Hi and welcome to MTB Cooking. Today we share with you how to make mac and cheese with beef, eggs and bacon. It's actually called a Finnish mac and cheese. It's very much comfort food, winter food, perfect to make for a lot of people that need to really feel full afterwards because it is a very rich dish. Let's start out by frying off some bacon in a pan in a little bit of neutral oil. We want the bacon to go nice and crispy and golden brown. Afterwards, we take off the bacon from the pan, leave the fat on there and start to fry off minced beef in the same fat, because the bacon fat will give a lot of good taste to the meat. We salt and we pepper the meat. And as you can see, we have our pan at quite high heat, from medium to high, because we do want a slightly golden color on the beef, and the same thing goes for the onions that we add now. We want to have a lot of sweetness to come into the dish from the fried onions, so we do want them to go translucent and to have a beautiful golden brown color. Once we're at this stage, we can add garlic that is minced. It's going to give so much flavor to the entire dish. We go ahead and add in paprika. That's also going to give a lot of flavor and spice. And then we throw in some dried oregano. Give it all a good stir. And on the side, in heaps of boiling water, salted water, we can boil the pasta for the dish. Usually you would use macaroni. We do not find that in Denmark where we live, so we use pasta penne, and we want to boil them al dente. To the side, in a cylinder or another kind of material, you can crack some eggs, and we're gonna use plenty of them because they're gonna be a very important filling element in this mac and cheese, and they're also gonna very nicely bind the whole thing together. Make sure to really whisk up those eggs very well. Before adding some nice whole fat milk, this is a 3.5% organic from the island of Bornholm in Denmark, where this video was made. And the milk is then added to the eggs. So here we have a mixture that we're going to pour over our dish in a little while. We just want to season this mixture before moving on to actually assembling this mac and cheese. So we take the macaroni or the other type of pasta that has boiled al dente, so not at all too soft, and mix it with the mixture of meat and onions and spices. The idea here is to really distribute the meat mixture within the pastas very nicely all over the dish, so that we really have a little bit of everything everywhere. In goes the crispy bacon bits that are also going to be placed all over the dish, so that they can give this smokiness and spice it up a little bit. And then now we add the mixture of milk and eggs that's going to bind it all very nicely together. And this is where we deviate quite a lot from the traditional mac and cheese, but it's going to be delicious, we can assure you. Here we have heaps of cheddar cheese that is freshly grated, that is going on top of the mac and cheese. And it's important for it to be distributed all over the dish. We only add the cheese in this mac and cheese on top this time around, and not in the sauce that is in between the layers. So here it's important to really be generous with the cheddar cheese on top. Our mac and cheese was in the oven for 35 minutes at 200 degrees C, that's 400 degrees F, and afterwards this is the result. A golden brown casserole dish, a mac and cheese in a different way, with different ingredients, but yet so much flavor and fullness, as you can imagine, and it's a very filling meal. This is comfort food for all of your money and perfect to make this winter, for instance. You can imagine making this for a lot of people because it really can fill up a lot of people at once, and that is what makes it also very practical. It's a cheap dish to make as well. You don't need that many fancy ingredients to realize it. And as we said earlier on, we are on Bornholm, which is a Danish island located a little bit away from the main islands of the country. And it's a beautiful place, as you can see here, with the beautiful heather all over and the tranquility. And these images were from a time in November, so beautiful time of year. Thanks a lot for having watched MTB cooking here today. We hope you liked this video and you want to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already, and then we'll just say see you later in yet another video. Bye.